Good morning to Serandi and my fellow friends. My name is Halimatul Ashra binti Jafar. Today I want to talk about the English as a lingua franca of global education. English as a lingua franca can be defined as an additionally accurate language system which serves as a common means of communication for speakers of different first languages. ELF is also defined functionally by its use in cultural communication rather than formally by its reference to native speaker norms. Whereas English as a foreign language aims at meeting native speaker norms and gives prominence to native speakers' cultural aspects. While lingua franca have been used for centuries, what makes ELF a novel phenomenon is the extent to which it is used, both functionally and geographically. A typical ELF conversation may involve an Italian and a Dane chatting at a coffee break of an international conference held in Brussels, a Spanish tourist asking a local for the way in Berlin, and many other similar situations. The way English is used of lingua franca is heavily dependent on the specific situation of use. Generally speaking, ELF interactions concentrate on function rather than form. In other words, communicative efficiency, example getting a message across, is more important than correctness. As a consequence, ELF interactions are very often hybrid. Speakers accommodate to each other's cultural backgrounds and may also use code switching into others' language that they know. Based on the Vienna Oxford International Corpus of English and additional research, the following features of ELF lexicographer have been identified. Example, use third person singular zero, shift in the use of articles, invariant question text, treating who and which as interchangeable relative pronouns, shift of patterns of preposition use, preference of forbear and full infinitive over the use of Jivans, extension to the collocational field of words with high semantic generality, increased explicitness, exploited redundancy. However, these features are by no means invariant or obligatory. Rather, these forms do not seem to compromise effective communication within an ELF setting when they do occur. ELF is used most often between non-native speakers of English, but this fact does not mean that native speakers are excluded from ELF communication. However, very often they form a minority of the interlocutors. In ELF interactions, the importance lies on communication strategies other than nativeness, which can lead to communicative situations where those English native speakers who are not familiar with ELF and intercultural communication are at a disadvantage because they do not know how to use English appropriately in these situations. An important issue when discussing why who do not need to adhere to native speaker norms but use ELF to meet their communicative needs. Proponents of ELF thus reject the notion that it is form of deficient English and describe ELF speakers as users of English, not as learners. Several attitude studies on the topic of ELF have already been conducted. An overarching factor seems to be a discrepancy between perceptions on the role of ELF in everyday interaction all over the globe on the one hand and the dominance of as well as billions of native speaker norms on the other hand. Platonel argues that learners of English as a foreign language often have integrative motivation for learning and using English since they wish to identify with the culture and value of English native speakers. Thus, native speaker norms occupy a central place if English is studied as a foreign language. In contrast, English as a lingua franca users tend to focus on effective communication with speakers of other linguistic backgrounds. In ELF interactions, intelligibility is key, which may not necessitate an an advantage for native speakers. Some linguists claim the variation in ELF is completely haphazard and devoid of any patterns, and therefore not worth studying. Most importantly, proponents of view reject the idea that imaging insights into how English is used as a lingua franca can provide useful input with regard to the aims and method of English language teaching. Another line of criticisms argues that concepts such as ELF provide a useful veneer for continued domination by English-speaking countries through their political, educational, and cultural institutions. This concept of linguistic imperialism has been developed and heavily by Robert Philipson. Contrastingly, Davis criticizes the concept and argues that it is inhabited by two cultures. One is a culture of guilt. Colonies should never have happened. The other is that of romantic despair. We shouldn't be doing what we are doing.